Thank you. I consider myself a late learner because a lot of people can say they had a gift at 7, or they can remember. Well, I remember the dowsing started at 35, so to speak. And I was, let's see, right brain, left brain. Right brain. No, I'm sorry, cancel. Left brain, right thinking, mental. See, I still haven't got that right. Mental, very mental. And so when I had to learn, I use that word had to learn dowsing because I had this hand in my back pushing me, you're going to learn this, you're going to learn it. Every time I tried to quit doing this stuff, they'd give me a few days, then they'd say, well, why don't you try this, why don't you try that? Okay, and then I'm hooked again. And I was almost never able to quit. But I was very left brain mental, and it took me a longer time than most people to learn to douse. If people could learn in 6 months or a year, boy, they're 5 years ahead of me. But I didn't quit and couldn't quit. And of course I had the very best teachers. I was very lucky in all my things. I consider myself extremely lucky to having some of the best teachers. My first dowsing experience, again, came from a psychic told me one year that I was going to go to Salmon Arm in the fall. Okay, I went to the Salmon Arm summer, spring, and fall because my sister and brother-in-law lived there and it was a great place to go to visit, so I went all the time. Was in a meditation group on Vancouver Island, and I was reading The Common Ground, and it said in their small ad, Society of Questers meeting in Salmon Arm in October. And one of the very few times that ad appeared about this big, and I knew what I was going to. I went to the Questers, sat in the back row, and listened. And at the end of it, Isabel Stadnicki came up to me, and I didn't know her. She came up to me and gave me a big hug and said, you're going to my place. She pointed at me and said, you're coming to my place. And I went to her place, and I've been going to her place for the last 35 years, phoning her once a week, or twice a week, or 3 times a week, depending. The dowsers, the speakers were going there. They went for lunch. I think we left at midnight, 11 o'clock or something late. And right from then, they started teaching me. Tom Passy, Mac Riley, Frank Thirsk, I can't remember all the names, but they started teaching me. I couldn't quit. So over time, I've developed, kept studying. And what I'm going to speak about today is what has been happening probably in the last 3 or 4 years, but really in the last year started to develop. Attention deficit disorder, hyperactivity, dyslexia. Isabel Stadnicki taught me color healing. How to do it, radionics, visualization.